We heard music from INTRE with Speak Truth to Power. The latest from Dallas's own Sniper Shot with Fresh Off the Yacht. Music from Avenge featuring Big Q with Party On. Music from IQ with Make Me. And the latest from Gilligars featuring Purpose with Goodbye. This is the Urban Suite, KSWAM 90.1 FM, D Major, Cheryl Metal, INTRE, Maserati Marcus,
Joshua Thompson
in the studio. A quick shout out to DJ Mercury as well, tuning in.
DJ Mercury, what up, man?
New York State.
Yo, shout out to Mercury, man. You're real.
Yeah, can't wait for him to come back to San Antonio. Too.
Most definitely, man. We looking forward to it.
So, how did you two get together?
Mozzie.
Alright, so I ended up dropping this B tape called Road to Fiesta Part 2. And
that mixtape got me in trouble.
what you mean?
That's one that you hit me with what is Fiesta to you?
That was Part 1.
Oh well, I'll wait.
Anyway,
that got me in trouble.
so one of the joints on their entry had reached out and was like, "Yo, is there anything? Are you doing anything with this particular record?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Nah. I mean, if you want to do your thing to it, by all means, go ahead." I've always respected INTRE as an MC. I think he's, if not the top lyricist in the city, or if not the best in the city, why not let him do some damage on one of my beats?
Yeah.
So he ended up taking it, and that ended up being Manifesto, which is on the Blue album. And he came through. This is like what, top of the year maybe?
Yeah,
January, something like that, and ended up killing it. It was crazy. And then once that fell into place, after that, we were just kind of just started snowballing with different records and different beats, and then it all kind of just came together, and then we ended up creating this project.
Man,
Yeah.
And how would you compare this project to your earlier work?
Man, it's wild because, in my opinion, it's like my best work up to date. Because in the past, I've been more or less just testing the waters with different things. Like Familiar Stranger was a solid album, and I feel like it was really balanced, but I was still missing certain things that I have now. Doomsday Era, my most recent one before this one, I just OD'd on lyricism. That's all I did. And I went all the way in lyrically. Like if you go listen to Doomsday Era, that's all you're going to hear. So I learned from that, like not to OD on it. And on this one, the Blue album, which I've been wanting to name my first album that. This is like my first official one with Mozzie and Skrills. And I just wanted to give them a well-rounded, balanced project, man. And that's all I try to do. Bring different elements out that I have, but not necessarily showcase too much,
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you, J-Boy, for inviting us to the listening party.
Absolutely.
Wonderful job.
Yeah.
How did you get involved in what are you working on with INTRE to expand?
As you know, me and Mozzie, we've had a relationship for years, and we interviewed INTRE on the new Illuminati podcast for when he went to Mala Luna and performed, and I instantly became a fan that day because when he did a freestyle on the podcast and just straight murdered it, like still to this day. I mean, we had him Questions freestyled on it, Taiwan's freestyled on it. Like, you've got some, like, real heavy names.
Yeah. And
INTRE still has the best freestyle that was on the podcast that we ever did. So, like, I instantly became a fan. And then, of course, INTRE hit me one time, and he's like, we want to bring you in on this, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they know I'm on the business side of things. Like,
right.
I'm you know what I'm saying? I don't always be in the front end, but, like, I handle a lot of the business side of stuff. So they invited me to the studio. I got a chance to listen to the album, like, when it was getting made and all that, before it was all finished up. And they were just like, you know what I'm saying, like, what can we do? And that's when we talked about doing the album release party. And, you know, from there, you know, I mean, anything they need from me, you know, I'm that's what I'm here for.
Squad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Man, solid, man.
Oh, of course, man. Absolutely. You know, his contributions is crazy, you know, to what we got going on, and we're still growing, man. Brainstorm is a part of the team too. You know?
Shout out Brainstorm.
Shout out to Brainstorm, man. He definitely brings a different element and dynamic to the squad too.
Yeah, but solid dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like squad's there for sure.
Oh, definitely, man. You're only as strong as your weakest link, and we don't have none.
Most definitely. And let's go ahead and get into Badlands.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, keep it locked. We got more coming up. This is the Urban Sweetcast, Wham 90.1 FM. Don't go anywhere, y'all.